Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. 90-day fiancé Usman Umar gets slammed for Photoshop. Usman Umar, who first appeared on 90-day fiancé with Lisa Ham, just got slammed by fans who accused him of photoshopping a photo. He's clearly not the favorite of all time right now, especially since he appeared on Hunt for Love. On Wednesday this week, Usman Umar, also known as Sojaboy, took to his Instagram profile page and shared some photos that might have been of friends who visited him in Nigeria. One of the photos showed a woman, and fans accused him of photoshopping her into the picture. The new series in the franchise premiered in May this year, and Usman took some heat for his attitude toward Courtney Reardon's. Fans also criticized him for cultural clashes. Because of that, the ex of Lisa babygirl Ham and Kimberly Menzies isn't the most popular cast member with viewers. In his caption, he wrote, "Miss you guys, but I will see you soon." Possibly, he was referring to the upcoming tell-all. Alternatively, he might have just been referring to his friends. When the photos ended up on Reddit, TLC fans slammed Sojaboy, and many folks took the opportunity to criticize the musician from Africa. The original poster questioned the woman in the picture, writing, "It took me a second to figure out why Usman's head was so big." Well, his head did appear rather large compared to the woman's, but some weren't sure if it was photoshopped, with one user pointing out, "The Tom and Jerry picture is on his shirt, not her shoulder. She's behind him." Others were skeptical too, with one fan commenting, "I thought she was photoshopped in." Still, 90-day fiancé fans weren't convinced it wasn't a Photoshop job, even though his head did seem unusually large. In his defense, one commenter noted, "Wow, that is some optical illusion, but once you see it as normal, you can't go back to seeing the illusion." Even with the shirt explanation and the possibility that Usman just has a larger head, some fans remain doubtful. One wrote, "His Photoshop skills are bad," while another replied, "This can happen when you use the diagonal arrows to zoom out on a picture." Meanwhile, others just slammed Umar for his ego. One critic quipped, "His stupid head is so big because of his stupid ego. He thinks he's God's gift to women. Ridiculous." Is Usman's photo photoshopped, or is the shirt creating an optical illusion? Is it just that maybe his head really is just bigger than the woman's? Let us know in the comments below, and check back often for all your 90-day fiancé news and reality TV. Few figures shine as brightly, or as controversially, as Usman Umar, better known by his stage name, Sojaboy. Born in Nigeria and fueled by big dreams, bigger beats, and an unshakable belief in his own star power, Usman didn't just walk into the chaotic circus of 90-day fiancé. He danced in, mic in hand, dropping lyrics and declarations of love in equal measure. From his first appearance, Usman had one mission: to become an international superstar. For most, that would mean studios, record deals, and endless gigs, but for Sojaboy, it meant something far more dramatic: entering the whirlwind of cross-continental romance via a reality TV franchise known for its heartache, hilarity, and deeply questionable decisions. The birth of Sojaboy. Before the cameras rolled and the green cards became points of contention, Usman was a budding musician in Sokoto, Nigeria. With a smooth voice and a love for American hip-hop and Afrobeats, he dreamed of making it big beyond his homeland. His music, which often mixes traditional Nigerian rhythms with contemporary pop, always had a certain swagger and a touch of romance. In 2020, the world met him in the Before the 90 Days spin-off, where he appeared with his then-girlfriend, Lisa Ham, a woman twice his age and full of fiery opinions. Viewers were skeptical. Was this a real relationship, or was this a strategic play from an ambitious artist looking to break into the American music scene? The answer, it turns out, was yes, to both. Sojaboy and baby girl Lisa, the first saga. If Shakespeare wrote reality TV, Usman and Lisa would be his chaotic Romeo and Juliet. Their relationship was a cocktail of affection, cultural clashes, jealous arguments, and Usman's constant attempt to explain why multiple women messaging him on Instagram didn't necessarily mean infidelity. It meant he was famous. Lisa, known for her explosive temper and no-nonsense attitude, struggled to understand Usman's lifestyle and ambitions. At one point, she even tried to control his music, demanding he remove a female model from one of his videos. But Sojaboy is nothing if not consistent. "I am celebrity," he said with trademark confidence. "I cannot be controlled like that." Their love story ended not with a wedding, but with allegations, insults, and a very public breakup. Still, Usman emerged relatively unscathed and more famous than ever. Love, fame, and the K1 visa. Sojaboy wasn't done with 90-Day Fiancé. Enter Kimberly Menzies, a devoted fan who first slid into his DMs and eventually flew to Nigeria to meet her favorite musician in person. Kim was smitten, bringing gifts, giving back rubs, and calling him her king. It was clear she loved the idea of Sojaboy. Whether she loved Usman the man, or whether he truly loved her, was harder to say. What followed was a storyline that felt part concert tour, part emotional chess match. Kim, navigating insecurity and the disapproval of Usman's family, pushed for a future that included marriage and the coveted K1 visa. But Usman was cautious. Having been burned once, he wasn't in a hurry to say, "I do," just to please the cameras or a superfan. In typical Sojaboy fashion, he kept it real. "I need someone who understands who I am," he told Kim. "I am not just a man. I am a celebrity." This Sojaboy doctrine, while often mocked by viewers, was emblematic of Usman's complex persona. Yes, he was charming and funny. Yes, he wanted a visa, but he was also honest, perhaps too honest for some, and consistently reminded everyone that he was not just another Nigerian scammer stereotype. He was an artist, a lover, and a man who refused to dim his shine. Mean god and musician. Outside of the drama, Usman has built a brand. His music, while not Grammy level, has gained millions of streams thanks to his TV exposure. Songs like "I Love You," dedicated to Lisa, and "Zora," named after a woman he once dated, have become cult favorites among 90-Day fans. He even went on to release music videos featuring professional production and a touch of Nollywood flair. Social media, too, has become Sojaboy's stage. With hundreds of thousands of followers, he regularly posts selfies, motivational quotes, and teasers for new music. He engages with fans, trolls haters, and occasionally calls out the network for bad edits or unfair portrayals. And through it all, he never stops reminding us, "I am international superstar. I am Sojaboy." The legacy of Usman Umar. Say what you want about his motives, Usman Umar has managed something rare. He turned a niche reality TV appearance into a lasting career. Unlike many of his castmates who fade into obscurity, he's still performing, still making headlines, and still courting controversy. In a way, Usman embodies a new kind of global celebrity. He isn't boxed in by geography, age gaps, or cultural divides. He uses love as a launchpad, music as a passport, and charisma as currency.